Alright, so you thought this would be a serious video, didn't you? Well, I'm sorry to inform you that you're sorely mistaken. This is. I'm sorry to inform you that this is sorely mistaken. This is general effects we're talking about. Why would I give that asshole some big setup for this? Nah. This is going to be a commentary video, alright? But I am not furry, I am not professional about this, and it's not gonna be taken seriously that much. Alright, so if he's truly the most hated member of the Ninjago community, why am I making this video? What's the point? Well, there are 3 main reasons. Number 1. Of course, it's fun to do. You know, commentary for your videos are fun to do when they're on ridiculous topics like this where you can just laugh at someone at their own expense because of delusion. Number 2, because I'm hoping, although this probably won't happen, that Vex somehow gets a grip, that he sees this video and understands exactly how he is. Although, for reasons they will list soon, that probably won't happen. And number 3, the problem here is the trolls that troll Vex. I understand wanting to troll Vex, and I get it. Vex is a very trollable person, especially with his delusions of Ninjago being real and his constant homophobia and his toxicity. The biggest problem here, and what you need, is that if you keep trolling him, if you keep pretending to be on his side, you will be constantly enabling him, making him think, oh, people believe this, I'm good, or whatever it goes on in his head. I can't speak for that. What you need to do is you have to stop or just outright expose them. It will work. If you tell him that you've been just messing with him all this time, too, it will actually get to him, because all this time, it'll actually prove even less that people believe in him. I could have worded that better, but you get my meaning. Alright, so, you may be thinking, what the hell is the whole thing with the Skull Sorcerer? I will now inform you on Hero General Vex's lore. Yeah, I cannot even take this even ironically. Okay, so, basically, what I've gathered is that essentially, he's apparently a good guy. He's a good guy version of General Vex from Season 11. Season 11 sucked, by the way. Why would you pick the worst season of all Ninjago to... Yeah, never mind. Essentially, what the fuck? And I mean this in the most separated version of my own biases against Vex as possible. Seriously, the lore here is actually confusing them, because, see, the Skull Sorcerer is apparently... Okay, so the Ice Emperor, General Vex is a good guy, and so is the Ice Emperor and all the villains from the second half of Season 11. But the Skull Sorcerer is a bad guy that's trying to take over General Vex's mind. I don't get it. I really don't get it. What happens is that... And even more confusing is that apparently Skull Sorcerer hates gay people while Vex doesn't. But that's not true, because Vex completely acts not homophobic while not under the control of the Skull Sorcerer. Again, it's just weird. He's obviously just can't distinguish fiction from reality and trying to be cool, trying to be like 8th grade behavior. 8-year-old behavior. It's ridiculous. But anyways, that is all I know of the Prime Blizzard lore. What is General Vex? All the great minds have tried to answer this question. Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, Einstein, anything you can name, all met up in the afterlife, put their brains together, and they still can't answer this question. They just came together and thought, what the fuck is this dude doing? Well, I'm here to answer that question. Of course, I don't know. He claims to be 16, and he seems to know that he is role-playing. He says he will never stop role-playing. He doesn't seem to know that doing that is delusional. That his constant role-playing gives off an air of delusion, and how just basically blatantly irritating and toxic he's being. So what is a general vex? Well, I think we can all conclude that he's not 16. There's no way. He's just not. That's impossible. He's not 16. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. He is most definitely below the age of 10. He's definitely not TOS age. It's no. You can try and argue with me on this point, but I will not give up ground. No. He is not a Discord TOS age. He just isn't. There's no possible way he's above the age of 10. I know you're just like, I'm just saying, but JD, why are you just repeating yourself saying no? Well, basically, have you actually talked to the guy? Have you actually interacted with him? If you interacted with him, you know as well as I that he's fucking even trying to get him out of his roleplay shell. He just can't stop roleplaying and stop being homophobic. Like, alright, I was working with my buddy Trip on trying to get him to stop his behavior, and he just kept bringing up using the skull of Hazador or whatever it's called. I forget. I know I watched this in season 13, but it was to destroy us all and blah blah blah. And it wasn't even just irritating to deal with. It was goddamn cringy as hell. Like, I don't like using the term cringe because it's honestly just used to just mess with people who have a different light interest to you or something. But this time I can make an exception because that is fucking cringe. Anyways, I think we can safely assume that if he is at the very least is socially incapable, and I'm the Aspie here. So yeah, fuck that shit. I ran out of screenshots and my source is busy, so just pretend this shit is funny as hell and it proves my point. So here's my closing thoughts, blah blah blah. You already know this shit. If you have Reddit, if you have Reddit, go to hell, Redditor. Go sub to r/GeneralVex is stupid. I know it could have been improved by throwing in a different word than stupid, because the stupid just sounds like you're a 5-year-old, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid, since General Vex is probably a 5-year-old. But just do it if you want more of this shit. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're a troll, please stop. I don't tell you this because I like Vex or anything. I really don't. But the more you troll him, the more you pretend to be on his side, the more he'll continue. And we can't have that happen. Right now we have to tell him the honest truth of how he acts, how he is. So, I'm sorry. I really don't know what else to tell you. But trolls, you're gonna have to lay off this one. As funny it might be. He has a large YouTube channel, which is saddening because he can influence many young children to become homophobic, toxic, and stuck in fiction like him. But hey, at least it's funny while it lasts. You really didn't think I'd be serious for that long, didn't you? So, closing thoughts. You may be wondering why this is my first video coming off the channel. Well, as you'll see coming about now, I was kind of dared to do this, but I just didn't see any opportunities for some good videos. So, now that I have one, if you like these kind of videos where I just be a kind of parody commentary channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts down in the comments. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna throw up.